Hello everybody and welcome back to Flyout. Today we've got another episode of Community Creations and I can't remember which episode number it is, but it's one of them. It's more than one and less than 10. Somewhere within that realm, that is the number of the episode. Anyway, as you can see, the first craft we have today is, it's an F-14. Okay, enough gawking at the F-14. We will fly the F-14 and shoot down a couple target drones or something. I don't know. Okay, finally we have loaded in. It took a while, as you can imagine. There's a lot. The file for this is about 180 megabytes, which is pretty insane. We're gonna go to flap mode 2, and hopefully this isn't too bad to fly, because I don't know if I can sit through that waiting time again. It took a long time to load. But as per usual, what we're going to do is we're going to try and get into the air with the payload included. We're just going to see how fast we can get it, and then we're going to shoot some stuff down and then go land it. That tends to be the way. Gonna be today. We're gonna fly over here. Okay, so obviously I don't need to say it looks amazing. You can see that it looks amazing. It's just an F-14. I like that sounds almost like an insult, but that is probably the biggest compliment I could give you. If you showed me this, I would not be surprised if this was a model created by the developer of the game. Like, this could be in War Thunder. Easily. And I wouldn't bat an eyelid. Okay, right. How fast can we go? Okay, I don't believe we're accelerating anymore now. So roughly at sea level, we are going 1.08 Mach, and I think that's about all we're going to reach. Maneuverability at this speed is somewhat lacking, but, you know, the wings are swept, so what do you expect? Okay, we're going to spawn in a couple of target drones here, and hopefully we can take more than one out. But, oh, hang on. Oh, okay, the button is working. It's just not visually working. Alright, let's get a little bit of altitude and try and come back down on top of one of these. I believe only the 2 infrared missiles are actually working on this, so we don't actually have as many missiles as it looks like we do to play with here. So hopefully we get some pretty good locks here, but we're coming down behind the target drone without too much trouble here. This should be a pretty easy kill. Hopefully. I mean, we are facing towards the sun, so maybe not. But yeah, okay. Yeah, that was going right towards the sun. That was that was never gonna hit. Damn it. Wait. Oh, is it locked onto me? Maybe. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, 4 kilometers out and closing, and the sun's over there, so we shouldn't have any problems with that this time. So, fingers crossed, this goes a little bit smoother. We're going to launch at about 2 kilometers, I think. That's probably our best bet here. It's going to have a lot of speed already, and what? Huh? Huh? That burned for like a nanosecond. We do also have a gun, as you can see. That would be great, and I would shoot some things with the gun, but as you can see, this is what my mouse flight is currently doing. So for some reason, I just can't. Okay, so horrifically unsuccessful flight mission complete. We're returning to base to lick our wounds after that one. That was pretty embarrassing. These engines do have quite a lot of idle thrust, and since I can't use mouse flight, landing might be a little bit interesting here, but fingers crossed I can still pull it off. I've done this a few times. I am still a little bit rubbish, though. Okay, flaps are fully extended now, and that's some pretty significant flappage going on there, so that should provide us with plenty of lift here. And landing gear. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. We don't have a landing parachute to slow us down, but we are going pretty slow. And fingers crossed. Ooh, that was a bit rough. But we have landed. And therefore, all in all, a 100% successful trip. Nice. So thank you to LamboGuy10 from my Discord for this submission. Okay, and next up we have the Hydra V3 by Beef3D, and this actually nearly got into last episode with an earlier version, but I could not fly it. So we have a new version, and supposedly this is a little bit easier to fly, so I will be the judge of that as king of incompetence myself. Okay, we did a bit of bouncing on the runway as we loaded in, but that's okay. We can open and close the canopy with O. There you go. I mean, it's not very open when it's open, but it's open enough. You can get out. Obviously, G for the landing gear, but we should be good. Just throttle up, I believe. I don't know how much throttle we need. I don't want to give it too many beans in the risk that the number of beans becomes just overly beany. I don't know what I'm talking about, but we are flying. We can reduce the flaps here, and we are able to maneuver. Okay, very good. This is a lot easier already. Now we have to transition over to forward flight. Let's be a little bit cautious about how we do that. Don't want to go too quick. And there we go. We are in forward flight. Is my mouse aim working? It is. Do we have any guns at all? No. Okay, we won't be shooting anything. Now, we are supposedly meant to avoid turning too hard below 750. We are now over 750, so I should be able to pull really hard. Yep, that doesn't do a lot, but it also doesn't crash and burn. This is a lot easier to fly. Right, top speed time. Let's find out, because we are not even close to 100% throttle on this thing. What on earth is going on? It's flapping. It's flapping its wings. What? Okay. Very short top speed run, because it is... Okay. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to try and vertically land this thing. I am taken aback by what we just saw. Okay, so this thing is really cool. Look at it. It is really, really cool. I cannot explain the jiggling. Something about fly-by-wire, probably, but, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I was doing anything wrong. It might have been me, but I don't think it was. We're going to pop this onto full VTOL mode and put out the flaps, so they should slow us down, and we can start giving it some pitching the nose up. That should slow us down as well. And then any moment now, fingers crossed, we should basically be neutralized in movement. I believe we were taking off at about 30% throttle, so I'm going to go for about that to go down again. Put out the landing gear, give her a few more beans because we are dropping a little quick here. And a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit less. Come on. It's fine control, but I've done this in KSP plenty of times. Used to love building my little VTOLs in KSP. Right. There we go. Come on. Okay, reduce the... There we go. We're on the ground. Hold B. There we go. Perfect. Landed. That was not too bad. A lot easier to fly than last time. Thank you very much for the submission. This is really cool. I'd love to see a massive 37mm Gatling cannon in the nose. So get to work. Next up, as designed by Leand in my Discord, this is, very fittingly, a Warhammer-themed build. I say very fittingly because, as some of you who inspect the community tab may know, a couple of days ago, I was in Warhammer World, which was cool. Yeah, this is a Warhammer, and we've got a couple of things going on here. Some massive cannons. Don't know if they were. Oh, yeah, no, they do. Couple of AGMs, couple of IR missiles, and this is a 50mm Gatling cannon. Let's give it a fly, because as you can see, it looks cool as hell. Okay, here we are on the runway, and we've got some pretty big air brakes on the back of this thing. But let's retract those and spool up the old engines. Now, I'm wondering how quick this thing is gonna go, because it's very, very heavy, but also... you know, it's it's Warhammer, so these things don't necessarily... Oh dear, I've just knocked the tail off. Okay, take off Mark II, take 2. Here we go. Hopefully this time I don't tail strike, but it looks quite easy to do. Let's go mouse aim, so we definitely avoid anything like that. Yep, there we go. All good, no problemo. Okay, we've pretty much capped out here at Mach 0.97, but I mean, look at it. It's not very aerodynamic, so guess we shouldn't really be surprised it doesn't go supersonic. It's quite agile, though, as it would turn out. Let's spawn in a couple of target drones, or just the one, because we only have 2 missiles, and let's try and take this guy out. There we go. What? That was loud. Okay, there's our IR missile, and this time it doesn't seem to have literally no fuel, which the last one did, which is, you know, always beneficial. We also have a couple of AGMs, so I've spawned in a hell of a lot of tanks, and we're going to try take out 1 or 2 of them with the AGMs. Okay, we are 20k out. That should kill the tank, I believe. So we're going to fire 1. Sorry, it's so loud every time I fire, because I really need to learn the key for that, but it's not in the controls anywhere, so I don't know. I'm not getting a lock on that tank, so I'm assuming it's behind the hill, but this tank may be a different story. Yes, it is. Okay, AGM. Boom. Oh, gosh, I don't know which one to look at. They're both so close. That one's there. This one, that looks like a hit. Yep, that's taken that out. And that one took that out. Okay, 2 for 2. Not going to complain about that. Hopefully we can kill this tank over here with the Gatling cannon. How does this 50mm look in terms of ranging? Oh, we almost got it there, I think. Oh, there's a lot of recoil, believe it or not. And I'm going to go as far as to say we cannot kill a tank. Excuse the 1,000 tanks on the horizon, but that's fine. just ignore it. I'm going to launch this missile off. It shouldn't hit, but I just kind of... It's annoying me, the weight distribution being off. But now it can just annoy you that there's a missile flying in the air. So, you know. There, maybe? No. Oh, no. Don't turn more. Don't turn more. I need... Oh, come on. Turn, plane. Turn. There. No. Oh, this is not easy to aim. There we go. 50mm Gatling cannon, maybe not the best gun for shooting down planes, but also, you know, could be worse. Okay, there's not a huge amount of flappage on this one, and it is a little bit draggy. Now, apologies if you hear any noises. The cat is attacking some bags, and a great duel is occurring over it, so... You need no more context than that. If you've got a cat, you know what I mean. Okie dokie. I'm worried that we're going to stall at quite the high speed here, because we do have a 50mm autocannon strapped to the underside of this. But similarly, I don't want to overdo it. I don't know. Here are words. I'm not very good at them. There we go. Oh my goodness me. The brakes are a little bit strong. Okay. And it's disappeared. Okay, up next is the SF-19, designed by Styx from my Discord server, and this looks very much like an F-16 kind of developed by Saab, I guess. Let's see how it does. Okie dokie, and here we are on the runway, and we got some pretty beefy air brakes going on there. I like that. I like that a lot. A much nicer cockpit than I've ever made. So, yeah, if that's your temporary, I'm a little bit concerned for my own skill level. Let us start the engine on this one by pressing I and then throttling up until we hit our idle, which is presumably quite high. But there we go. The engine is on now, and we just need to let go of the brakes and hit the throttle, I guess. Nothing else doing there. Okie dokie, as we take off, expectations are, I think this is going to be well over Mach 1 on the little speed test. We do have a couple of cannons, so we will probably be able to shoot down a target drone or 2, but we don't have any missiles on this version. Oh no! Okay, good piloting skills from it's crashed. The game has crashed. Okay, we're going to try that one again, and hopefully this time we neither crash nor crash the game. Yep, that was strange. Didn't expect that, but you know what? Subversion of expectations is a valuable thing from time to time. We're going to use mouse control to get this off the ground, because clearly keyboard control is a little bit too violent. But here we go. This is a lot smoother and a lot less smash into the ground and break the game engine. So yeah, very good. Okay, this is one of those planes where it just keeps accelerating. It just won't stop. But we seem to be slowly stopping to accelerate here at about 1,500 kilometers an hour. I imagine we'd probably trickle slowly up to about 1,520, but we are rapidly running out of valley here. So we're going to switch off and go spawn in a target drone and hopefully get ourselves an air kill before we return back to base. Okay, we are closing in on the target drone here, and I do wish the mouse aim was a little bit more responsive at small adjustments, because it does big ones, but then on small ones it takes ages for it to actually do anything, which makes aiming really quite hard on these things, which is why I keep having to just like drop in right behind a plane. I'd love to make more deflection shots, but it's not easy with this mouse aim, but we're going to give it a shot. Hopefully we can get a proper air kill without having to just sit behind them. Loose a couple shots in their direction. Can we get anything going here? There we go. Okay, not too bad, actually. We did it. Cool, I'll take that. And let's get her back to base, because we're done here. Successful mission. Yeah, interception of a single target drone. Perfect. Okay, the plane's really having a good time, as you can tell by the wing jiggle, but we are coming in for our landing approach here. Now, I don't know how good these air brakes... Okay, they're quite good, these air brakes. Slowing us down at about 1.8 G, which is... That's pretty impressive. I'll give him that. Okay, can't see much for the plane, but that's fine. And any second now, we should be touching down. We've got the ground effect lifting us up a bit more. Boom! There we go. That's probably the softest one we've had so far. Still not, you know, an amazing landing, but it does the job. And now we can finish up with a little canopy open. Wonderful. Okay, I was worried this wasn't going to load in for a second there because things broke, but after a game restart, we have it. It's a just gigantic T. It says T-34 in the name. It's clearly a T-44. I don't even know where to start with this. Like, the fact that they got the name wrong, the fact that it's a file import, the fact that it is huge. Tanks are not this big. Like, where's Jimmy in here? Yeah, like... he's a little dwarfed by the T-44, but supposedly it flies. And if you need someone to blame for this one, this was designed by either Mina or Mina, depending on how you pronounce that. But, yep, this is your fault. You know what you did. We are now going to continue to take this thing off. I mean, obviously the model has been imported, but something about this still feels so incredibly wrong. And the wheels, okay. It flies very easily. I guess the wings are quite big. Does it fire? No, it doesn't. Wow! It really jiggles. It jiggles so much that it's exploded. Okie dokie. We're going to try again. This time, we're not going to exceed the speed that made it do that last time. I kind of just want to see a version of this which is just a tank, to be honest, but maybe I should play Sprocket for that one. Okay, my landing approach here has been subpar, I will admit. It is quite hard to control. I'm currently left yaw all the way, and it was still yawing to the right, which isn't ideal. I think it needs more rudder authority, really. We're going to try and touch down here. Honestly, at this point, I'm not really caring about what angle I touch down at. I just want to get down on the ground so we can return to some semblance of reality. And there we go. We're on the ground. We got brakes, so hopefully we will stop this thing soon, and I don't have to look at it anymore because it is giving me serious, serious anxiety for what is to come, and I will not let you know what that means. And last but definitely not least is Fairchild 972's, well, another one of Fairchild 972's Ace Combat Craft. He did submit 2 here, but I've gone with this one because I kind of prefer the wing arrangement personally, and it's bright red, which is always a bonus. We have a couple of controls on here, but generally speaking, I think it's just another amazingly maneuverable jet, and we'll see how we do. Okie dokie, here we go. Now, we've seen one of these before. It was absolutely insane. It could pull some crazy maneuvers, and I'm imagining this is going to be very similar. The other one, it turns out, is a close air support version of this. This is the air supremacy version, so I am glad I went with this one because I tend to prefer air supremacy kind of stuff. So last time, the roll rate on this, your rate on this, We'll do the top speed, and then I'll finish that thought, because I don't think I'm capable of speaking and thinking at the same time right now, so let's just see how fast it goes. Okay, the jiggle is setting in. A lot of these seem to be jiggling today. I don't know why. Maybe something about my game is a little bit wrong. Maybe I need to validate my Steam files, or maybe they just jiggle, but we're not surpassing Mach 1.05. I do think it would go quicker if it wasn't jiggling, but you know what? It is jiggling, and we just got to deal with that. As I was going to say, the previous one of these Ace Combat planes we saw had an insane yaw rate. This one, I mean, it's good, but it's not crazy. This thing, the roll rate is pretty impressive on it, and as you can see, we're pulling about 15 Gs sustained, which is definitely very good. We do have a minigun as well, so we're probably going to do one with the missiles, one with the gun, and they're both heading in the same direction, which makes my life just a little bit easier. Let's pop on the missile tracker, and we're not going to open this bay until the very last moment. No, the jiggles! The jiggles are coming back! Okay, I just put the air brake out to stop the jiggling, and goodness me, look at that air brake. That is crazy looking. We're just going to be a little careful not to surpass the jiggle speed limit, which seems to be about 920 kilometers an hour. Let's loose these missiles. One of those should get him. There we go. Both of them got him. That's just really putting insult to injury there. Now, I gotta say, a lot of people in the comments last time I featured one of these Ace Combat Craft were giving me a lot of lore about Ace Combat, and they did say the previous one was like the best fighter or something, so this one does definitely feel like the other one would win in a dogfight. So let me know, is this genuinely meant to be a little bit lower performing, or is it just how it works in Flyout that it doesn't turn out to be quite as good? I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Now, because this has quite a lot of authority on all of the axes, we do get quite the ability to yank this around, so I might have a little bit more ease aiming this than I traditionally do. But this guy is turning pretty harsh, so we're going to have to lead quite a lot. We might even do well with a couple spray shots out this far. There we go. Not too bad, actually. Hit them at about 400 meters, which is better than I normally do. Okay, let's bring this thing in for a landing and see how easy it is to touch down on that ventral fin. Oh, that's making me feel things, man. Yeah, these designs are crazy cool. Whatever the Ace Combat devs were on, I want some of that. I still don't know whether I'll play the games. I don't know if they're going to be my cup of tea, but maybe they will be. Maybe I'll do it on stream one day. should we do that if I ever hit 100k? It's a bit of a pipe dream, but you know, if you really want to see Ace Combat, you know what to do. Okay, I was just coming in for landing, and I put out the air brake to slow down, and it looks like it does some funky things if you don't have the engines on. Like, look, here we go. And then it got into this point, and I was like, oh gosh, okay, pitch down. And you just can't without the engines, which is interesting. But yeah, we can just fix that with a little bit of engine throttle. Really weird. It's a weird thing for it to do. I guess a lot of the directional stability is kind of provided by the thrust vectoring, which is fine. Oh, I just realized I had the flaps out like this entire time. Oh, well. Sorry about that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Woo! Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Piloting error by me there. You can't pitch up at that speed without the engines. However, if I just do that, perfect landing. We're just missing the ventral fin. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this one, please leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. Especially subscribe if you want to get me to 100k to play Ace Combat. I guess. Is this something we're doing now? Sure, I guess. But anyway, I will see you in the future for more stuff like this. But for now, goodbye! And as always, a huge thank you to this channel's patrons: Ambroise, CamJam135, Cody N, DJ Pete, Gavoon, Gammaster929, Sad Cat, Just Casualty 611, Last 11, Mark, Mildly Invested, Nicholas K, Relax Panda, Rossesbach, and Ryan Brody, Terra, the Kinesian Emperor, Worfsickle, Zerashime, and Zeit Wolverine. Thank you so much for your support.